Hey there, Joseph here, and in this video, I'm going to be discussing autopilot income online, and talking about whether it's a myth or not. And just before I get into that, this is something that when I first started trying to make money online 4 years ago, I thought, I'll just put up a website, I'll just put up a few products, and I'm going to be getting autopilot sales. And while that's true, once you've built the business up and you've got it off the ground, until then, you're not going to have much autopilot income. You're going to have to put in the work. You're going to have to go through that learning curve that everybody has to go through. Yes, if you find a mentor who can show you the shortcuts, can show you what they know, they can teach you what they know. But at the end of the day, you're still going to have to be the one who builds up the brand, builds up the business, puts in the daily consistent action required, even if your theoretical learning curve is shortened because you have a good mentor. So at the end of the day, autopilot income is not a myth. But if you think you're going to come in on day one and make autopilot income, that's probably not going to happen. And the reason is because there's a few things that you need to get into place for you to be able to have that long-term autopilot income. Now we're talking about building a long-term online business that pays you an autopilot income each month. We're not talking about making a quick buck here and there and here and there. Of course, you can make some quick bucks with autopilot income, but if you want to build a full-time, long-term residual income online, then it's going to take a lot of work. You're in the cockpit, basically. You're in the jump seat, and you're the one controlling the dials. You're the one moving the plane, and basically, you've got to be the one to take off that plane. You've got to be the one to put in the initial effort required to get your business off the ground. And then, sure, once you've got it off the ground, you're going to have some level of autopilot income. But at the end of the day, even at that point, you've still got to monitor it. You wouldn't want to, leave the cockpit in midair if you're a pilot. You wouldn't want to do that. You would still want to be making sure that the autopilot is doing its job. And the same thing applies to online business. You've got to be there to continuously work on your business and also work on your learning as well. So this is part and parcel, really. You've got to be, every single day, I'm looking up to my mentors online and I'm seeing what they're doing. I'm implementing what they're doing. I'm learning things from them every single day. And I'm a firm believer that you can learn things from both people above you and people who are also not at your level yet. But of course, if they put in the effort and they follow the same steps, then they're going to get to where you are. And it's just amazing. That's one of the best things that I love about making money online, is that you can help people to get to where you are. So you can help someone go through that learning curve. And there is a learning curve. It took me a good couple of years to fully understand everything that I know now when it comes to internet marketing and all that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, like I said, you have to go through that learning curve. Even if you learn the theoreticals, you still got to go through that learning curve. And it's more than just knowing the fundamentals. It's more than just knowing the theoreticals. You have got to put it into practice. You have got to build up a following. You have got to build up a brand. You have got to brand yourself and not a company. And this is some of the things that I'm going to talk about in a second on the Paint file. So let's go over to Paint. And so that's my thoughts on autopilot income when it comes to the philosophical ways of getting there. And it is possible you will get autopilot income, but it's not going to come on day one. You've got to put in the time and the effort and build it up to that point. And when you get to that point, you've got to keep working on your business every single day. And sure, you can cut back on some of the more mundane tasks that you don't enjoy, but every single day you still want to be doing something to move your business forward, to move your learning forward, to learn more and earn more. So let's go over to Paint and let's show you some of the more technical or mechanical ways of actually generating autopilot income online. So first things first is we're going to be talking about paid advertising on this video, and two things in particular, which are your return on investment and your long-term lifetime value of your customer, and also the lifetime value of your business. So these are two very important things to understand when it comes to building an online business or any business in that matter, and I'm going to explain exactly why. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about the actual setup that we have with the Endless Wealth Plan and why it does create an autopilot income once you get it snowballing. So you have to put in the work, you have to learn it, you have to start implementing it, you have to keep going, keep building your brand, keep getting it out there until you get to that level where it just snowballs. So how does that start to snowball? Well, the first things first is we have three parts to the Endless Wealth Plan. We have a business, which is here, and if you've seen my other videos, you'll know that it's a $10 to get started business, and there's multiple incomes that you can earn within the business. So you can actually earn between $7,000 and $1,400 commissions per sale per month. So that's really cool. And also there are other income streams as those people advance in the business and you help them to implement. They're also going to be, you're going to be earning more as well. They're going to be joining you in other income streams all within this one business. So you can earn a lot with the business. The second thing we have is the marketing system, and this is the meat and gravy, because one, on the first hand, with the marketing system that we have in the Endless Wealth Plan, which is the second part of this, not only will you be able to earn a great income with that as well, because it's a very, very powerful compensation plan, but also it's going to allow you to do the most important thing when it comes to making money online and building a long-term internet business. Because yeah, like I said before, sure, you can make a few bucks here and there by not branding yourself, by just promoting a company's products and taking you out of the equation. But if you really want to build a long-term, sustainable, successful online business, then you need to brand yourself. You need to be the beacon for your business. And this is why I said it's unrealistic to expect that you join a business and you're going to make especially a full-time income on autopilot, because you've got to brand yourself. You've got to put in that work and that effort to brand yourself, get yourself out there, and you know, that's basically how it's going to start and snowball for you. Because yes, of course, you can just you know, promote a company, but at the end of the day, you've got to brand yourself, and that's why this whole thing begins to work for you when you brand yourself. And the third part we have is the traffic. So you've got to have a traffic source in there. So you're going to have people going through, seeing your business, seeing your marketing system, and seeing this traffic source. And the whole thing ties in so that people join you in all three, and then that allows you to get more people to join you in all three, and that gets you to allow more people to join all three, and the whole thing starts to snowball. So what we're going to talk about is branding yourself. We're going to talk about ways you can do that and why you should do that. So ways you can do that, well, one of the ways that we're doing, just like this video, is we're sharing value on YouTube. So we're building up a YouTube following. We're also building up a Facebook following. We're also just getting the word out there and sharing value with people. That's what it's about, because that's what's going to create that brand for yourself. You're going to be known as someone who helps other people. You're going to be seen as someone who's an authority and someone who gives value. And those are the kind of things that people want to join. Big people who deliver on value, helping other people, and you know, just being a real person and not being some sales guru. So you've just got to be a real person, keep it real, build your brand, build your following, put in that effort required. And of course, if you're just starting out and you've never done anything like this online before, then it's going to take you a certain amount of time before you're actually ready to brand yourself properly. And this part here is going to be all about getting confident on camera. So that's the first thing. So if, let's say, you want to build a YouTube channel and you want to brand yourself using YouTube, well, the first thing you've got to do is you've got to get confident with doing YouTube videos. You've got to get confident with being on camera, and of course, this curve can be longer or shorter depending on the individual person. So, you know, you could take one person who's been a salesperson all their life, or they've done public speaking, or they've done other things, and they're going to have a much easier, it's going to be shorter time span for them to build up a brand than it will be someone who's never done anything like that before, and who, you know, is shy. And there's nothing wrong with that, because I was shy when I first started online businesses. There's no way, even a couple of years ago, there's no way I could do a video like this and feel confident doing it, because, you know, I just couldn't do that 2 years ago, or do a webinar with 100 people on a webinar live. No way I could have done that 2 years ago. So and I've gained that confidence of doing that, and all confidence is basically competence. So you do something enough over and over and over and over again, you're going to become confident. You're going to have more confidence, which also means that people will see that, and people will see you as more of an authority, someone who knows what they're talking about. So first thing you have to do is you just have to get confident doing your videos. So I always say, you know, do 50 videos this week. You know, if you've got time, do 100 videos this week. If you haven't got time to do that, then just do 1 video a day or 2 videos a day. It doesn't really matter. The main thing is to be consistent and to keep pushing forward, keep expanding your learning, keep pushing your comfort zone, and that's the only way that you're going to get that confidence. And like I said, for some people it's going to be shorter, and for some people it's going to be longer. It all depends on the individual person. Now, of course, we have a plan that will work for any person if they get the business, the marketing system, and the traffic, and they follow this plan long enough to make it work. That's another thing. That's why you have to go through this learning curve as well, because most people won't stick with a plan long enough to get to a six-figure or a full-time income. They won't stick with it. They won't build it. They won't keep to the plan long enough to see the results, to win, basically. So if you stay in the game, you're going to win no matter what. You're going to reach your goals as long as you stay in the game, keep learning, keep improving, following your mentors, and just keep pushing forward out of your comfort zone. That is where you're going to grow. And that's where I've grown, you know, because there's no way I could have done this video, like I said, 2 years ago, or done any webinars. So you've got to brand yourself, and you're going to just keep pushing your comfort zone. That's the only way you're going to get to where you want to be. So within the intricacies of the actual stats and numbers that we've had running traffic through this whole plan, because we have actually branded ourselves to this plan, we have about 12% of all of our visitors joining us in the business. So 12% of the people who land on our capture page here are joining the first part of the plan, which is the business. Now, of course, if you get the business, you get the marketing system, and you get the traffic, of course, you're going to be able to use our whole setup. You're going to be able to use our pages with us explaining all the different parts of the plan. And of course, when people have seen that and they click the button below the video to get started with each of these things, like the business, the marketing system, and the traffic, we can put your links on there so that those sales go to you. But at the end of the day, really, if you want to, and it's not even just about making the money, it's all about you want to get more confident as well. You want to build a long-term business for yourself, and the way to do that is to brand yourself, and to not take any shortcuts, but to really push yourself out of your comfort zone. And this is a bit of self-development coming in as well. So always be pushing out of your comfort zone. Don't look for shortcuts, but on the other hand, find a mentor who's where you want to be, and implement a plan. So this is just one of the plans out there, and it's a plan that's working very well for us, and a plan that continuously gets new people into our business, our marketing system, and our traffic, which just means that our paid traffic actually becomes free because the paid traffic pays for itself. So this is the plan we use. And I'll point out that when we were just sending people straight to our, when I was sending people to company pages before I put myself on a funnel, I was only getting about 2% of people joining the business. So that's a long way off 12%. So in other words, I've 6 times my results by branding myself instead of taking the easy way and just promoting a company sales page. So yes, you're still going to get people, you're still going to get sales if you promote a company sales page and you just take the easy way. But if you want the maximum ROI, then you want to be branding yourself, you want to be growing your business. And we can give you the plan to do that. We can give you the tools to do that. If you're not, if you're not comfortable with doing videos yourself and putting yourself on this plan, then by all means you can use our videos to promote the plan for you. But if you do feel that you'd like to take it to the next level, and this will come in time as well, it's perfectly fine to just be, use a company sales page so that you can learn the basics to this whole stuff. So there's nothing wrong with that. I went through a process of just promoting products for other companies, and it took me a good year or two to start branding myself, and that gave me the time to learn this whole thing, the theoreticals, because you have got to learn how this process works as well. And in the meantime, you can be getting more comfortable doing YouTube videos, and then when you're ready, you can then put your name on that funnel, put your brand, put yourself, share your story, share your confidence, because it will radiate to people. Because you'll be confident, you'll come across as someone they can work with, someone as an authority, someone who's giving value, and that you're going to see your conversion rate skyrocket, and that is going to help you to grow an online income on Autopilot. So the last thing I want to talk to you about is lifetime value. It's a bit late in the evening here, midnight. Lifetime value from the customer. So this basically means with paid traffic, we're seeing 12% of all of our visitors joining the business. Now, this is not to say they join straight away the first time they see the business, but 12% of our visitors are either joining straight away, or they're joining from a follow-up email, or from a webinar recording, or from seeing our Facebook group that we plug people into, or our YouTube videos. They're joining from one of those things. So 12% are joining the business out of all of our visitors. Now, what I mean by lifetime value, well, let's say, for instance, you're running paid advertising, and let's say you spend $30 on a solo ad, and for that, let's just say, as a brief example, you get 100 clicks onto your capture page. So this is a bit more into the numbers of how this works. 100 clicks onto your capture page. Now let's say from that, with our branded funnel, 12 people over time, some of them straight away, but 12 people are going to join the first part of the plan, which is the business. Now with this business, you're earning between $700 and $1,400 per month per sign up. So at the lowest level, that's $84 a month. $84 a month from those people, and you only pay $30 to acquire those 12 signups, and they're paying you $84 a month. So right away, you just turn 30 bucks into $84 a month. Now, what if those people stay with you a year? And believe me, if you've got a plan to teach them and you're working with those people and you're helping those people, then there's no reason that they're going to quit. People only quit on you because you're not helping them, you're not giving them value, you don't have a plan for them. So they feel that they go over to some other mentor who has got a plan and can show them a better way than what you're showing them. So if you've got a high attrition rate and a lot of people are quitting, it means that you're not doing your job properly when it comes to helping people in your team. But let's say these 12 people, they stay with you for a year. Well, I'm not going to get the calculator out, but that's about $1,000 that you've made just from a $30 advertising cost. And then you can just put some of that back into more traffic to get more visitors to your capture page, and that's how the whole thing is going to grow. And that is how once you branded yourself and you're helping your people, you're going to be able to create a online income on Autopilot, because you built that brand, because you're helping your team, and because people are going to stay with you because you've gone through that learning curve, because you've gone through that process of working hard, pushing your comfort zone, and being in a position where when you do have people joining you in your business, you're going to be in a position where you can help those people, and it's not just a case of the blind leading the blind. So with that said, I think that sums it up, and I hope you got some great value out of this video. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the link in the description below this video so you can check out this whole plan and how we got it working. So feel free to do that. And also, I will put the link to connect with myself on Facebook below this video as well. So with that said, have a great weekend, and we'll see you on the next video.